Have you ever watched an unboxing video just to figure out how to repack something to return it? I've done that, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about the DC-550 Pro and why I decided to add this after just doing a video talking about using my iPad Pro as a camera monitor and a recorder. And one of the things I really liked about that was that I could record the output of my camera to the iPad or to my MacBook Pro. I could do that in QuickTime. So if I wanted to record the output of my camera for a tutorial, go on a photo walk and show some shots that I was taking and what it looks like on the back of the LCD, I could do that. This little thing is packed with a bunch of features though, and the portability that my giant iPad doesn't have. Let's see how this stacks up to what I've already tried to do a few weeks ago. There's one problem though. Actually, there's two problems. First problem is when you first open it and turn it on, there's a big issue. The second problem is getting a hold of a copy of the manual. And I'm going to cover both of those as we go through this. And then finally, we're going to test whether or not we can record on my iPad or on my computer with this. And we're going to see if the features that this little thing provides beats trying to mount the giant iPad on top of my tripod. Definitely can't handhold with the iPad, so that would definitely be a no, and which is why I bought the XS20, because it's got the flip out screen and I can go around and vlog with it. But in the studio, I thought the iPad would be a great option versus having to buy an extra monitor. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's go through this and I'll explain what my decision process was. Just wanted to show you a couple of the features that this VILTROX DC-550 Pro came with. So it comes with a really nice hard plastic carrying case, and it's got a zipper pouch to keep your cables in. It includes full HDMI cable and a mini HDMI cable to HDMI. It includes a USB-C charging cable. It includes a mount, which is a really nice mount. I do like that. And it does not include HDMI micro cable. You'll have to get one of those, or if you already do have one, that's what you'll need if you want to hook it up to some of the Fujifilm cameras. So my X-T5 here, and plug it in, and I'll show you that in just a sec. Okay, so have the unit. It comes with a really nice sun hood. You just push this button in and you lift it up and it pops open. It kind of will scare you the first time you do it, but it's hard plastic and it makes a nice protective cover for this as well, which I really do like. And it's pretty easy to take on and off. So you don't need it. If you don't need it, you can just take it off. I found the easiest way is to just push both of these sides up, this one and that one, and just pop it off. And then to put it on, this wider end here, just put this across the top and then just push it down. It comes with the battery, which is, the only odd thing is that it's a white battery and the lettering is upside down when you put it on the monitor. So put this in, you slip that in. Has a built-in fan, has 3 custom buttons here that you can set how you would like. It has a full-size SD card slot. It doesn't take high-capacity cards, so I think it said maybe 32 gig is about the most you can get. It has a push-button dial that you can use to control the menu, and it also is touchscreen. Apparently all 3 versions of this have touchscreen. On the VILTROX site, it says that the Lite version doesn't have a touchscreen, but I saw a review on YouTube for that one, and it does have a touchscreen. I'll put a link down in that one if you want to take a look at the review for that. Here's a handy chart to show you the differences between the 3 versions. The Pro and the 550 regular have 1200 nit brightness, while the Lite version just has 400 nit brightness. You can also see the difference in the various tools that come with it. There's a cooling fan with the Pro and the regular 550, no cooling fan in the Lite version. They all come with sunshades and batteries. You power it on right here with this switch. When it boots up, it comes up in Chinese when you first get it. Not easy to figure out how to switch the language because the entire menu is in Chinese. I was lucky enough to stumble across it, and I posted a video showing how to set the language for this. So if you double tap and you go up here to 3 little bars with the dots on it, this left side is in orange, and it means Chinese. This means English. So if you tap that, everything changes to English, and it will remember English. So if you shut it off and you turn it back on, it's going to still come up in English. And on the bottom, you've got an HDMI out, HDMI in, a 1/4 thread mount here, and a headphone jack to monitor your audio. You have another 1/4 thread here. You've got a 5-volt in, which is great, and you've got a 12-volt DC in also. And then you can also run it on the battery. The one thing to note is that if you put a cable in, it's not going to charge your battery. It's just going to power the unit. So you have volume bar, which would be for your audio. You've got histogram, vector, parade, full waveform, and you can load your own custom LUTs with this SD slot here. Can also do firmware updates with that. Let's just quickly take a look. There's a bunch of options on here for zebras, for peaking, and more. You can flip the screen horizontally and vertically. You can lock it. You can turn on and off the gyroscope. These are the cards you get with it. So if you scan the QR code, you do get a manual, but it is a PDF that has an English menu on one side, a Chinese menu on the other, and then a bunch of other languages below that. And you've got to pinch and zoom to be able to read it, and you can't really print it out. So I was able to print mine out, and I will share with you the PDF that I made with the screenshots that I took for this if you want to print out an English-only manual. Okay, so let's hook it up to the camera and see what we get. We've got my XT5 here, and I've got the cable here. I'm going to just plug this into HDMI in, turn on the camera, and we should get, here we go, let's turn it around this way. There. Button here, that's false color, and you can customize those 3 buttons to whatever you want them to do. This would be a full waveform with a vector scope. These are things that are way above my head, but double tapping turns on your menu. You have a way to adjust how the screen is displayed, so you can try to match what you're seeing on your LCD on the camera to what you're seeing on here, just to try to get the colors and the saturation and the hue the same. So you have all of those controls. We went through this one here. You can put borders around there, lots of different things, way more than I'll ever need. You can also turn on zebras, focus peaking. That covers the basics of this. It has this really nice little mount that you can put on top of the camera. And so there you go. Now you can see, and I do like that you can adjust this. It's nice and tight. So you can go, I think it's at 160-degree viewing angle. So you can go all the way this way, all the way this way, like this. So you just want to turn this around, all you do is twist it. Last thing I wanted to check is just, can I record to my iPad through here? And the way I'm going to test that is I'm just going to take the cable that they gave me and I'm going to plug it in to the HDMI out, and I'm going to grab my iPad. I've got the cable plugged in, the HDMI out. I'm going into my capture card, and it is outputting the signal to the iPad. I can press the record on this CamX app, and if you want any more details about that, you can check out the video that I did on that, and it will record what is on my screen. It'll also record, If I'm going through the menu or doing some tutorial, it will record everything that I'm doing on here. When I'm ready to stop recording, I just press that little button there and it saves the file right here and it goes up and gets saved to the iPad. So that covers that. The other thing that I just wanted to mention is that if my battery ran out or I didn't have the battery with me, it went dead, you could even just use a power bank to power this. You can just come around here, plug that in, take out the battery, it'll go off for a second and it'll come back on. It'll run off of the power bank. So we've got everything disconnected. I'm recording right now, so I'm going to just stop that. On the menu, you've got here, if you go here, fan speed, you have it, you can set it for off, low, middle, and high. Right now I've got it on low. Okay, so if you just wanted to hear how the fan sounds, I'll just put my mic right here. That's low. Middle. High is pretty audible. So yeah, I can hear the high. If you were recording video, you'd probably want to make sure you were using an external mic, not a shotgun mic on top of the camera. Okay, so this is the manual that you get when you follow the QR code. It is got English here on the left. This looks like Chinese on the right. And then Japanese, Korean, German, and Spanish. Those are the languages that the manual is offered in. So if you want to print this, it's going to be really hard to read just the English manual. So what I did was I blew this up and was taking some screenshots of each page of the manual. And I saved that. Now, when you want to go print it out, you get a nice manual, just a 2-column one on an 8x11 sheet of paper, which makes it way easier to read and use. So if you want to grab this PDF, I'll put a link to it in the description. There's a couple of different places on Amazon where you can buy the DC-550 Pro. This link here that I'm using was $158.40. It's 20% off. It's for the Pro, and that's what I did receive. I don't see any big significant delay in what's showing on my screen there and what's showing here when it's plugged in. I don't see any issues with that. I saw some comments from people that said that there was a big delay, and I can't see it. So either I have no idea what I'm doing, or my unit seems fine, or my cable's better, or I really don't know. But I don't see any delay with that at all. I really like this monitor. It's very well built, a really nice quality plastic, got a nice form factor, and I like the fact that it's got the dial. I've seen comments that, you know, oh, the dial's kind of in the way and why would you want to use it? But think about this. What if you've got gloves on, or it's cold out, or what if your hands are dirty, or you don't want to get the screen dirty or touch the screen? So that I could see where there would be times when maybe using this and you just press it and you get your menu, and then you can just roll it around and then press it again to select something, and you could do it. It's slower than using the touchscreen for sure, but you know, it's a good backup. What if the touch functionality stops working on here? You know, at least you can control it with the knobs. Okay, so there's one more issue that I came across, and that is, I've seen this happen one time where the field monitor flashes and goes off, and my iPad reset to real quick the screen, and I wasn't touching anything. I was a couple of feet away from it, and it just rebooted and started. So I don't know why that happened, but if you've had it happen to you, please leave it in the comments so that we'll know. If I find out any more about this, I'll leave a note in the description. So what are my final thoughts? I love it. I really do. I'm glad I bought it. And I get it at 20% off right now on Amazon. I don't know how long that's going to last. So I jumped on it and I bought it. If you're thinking about it, do it while it's on sale. I'll put the links in the description so that you can find it. Thank you for watching this video. And please give it a thumbs up if you like it. It really does help. If you don't like it, then why are you still here? The link for the manual will be in the description so you can download it for free for you to use. I'm rambling. If you're interested in the iPad solution, then head over to this video and I'll see you over there.